Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here, and recently I had the pleasure of reading Greg Doucette's The Ultimate Anabolic Cookbook after we started a collaboration. Greg was kind to feature me recently on his channel more than once, so I in return have offered to review his wonderful cookbook, and I do say wonderful because I have truly found it useful. What I enjoy most about Greg, besides his humor, is his no BS, no frills, very simple and honest approach of bringing one of the most difficult topics in bodybuilding, which is nutrition, in a very easy to digest and assimilate way. Pun intended. Since the golden age of bodybuilding, nutrition evolved to the point that we understand that at the end of the day, as long as you are getting enough protein, the law of thermodynamics will always reign in regards to either the gain or loss of weight. And this is one of the strongest messages that Coach and Chef Greg always tries to put across, especially in his new Ultimate Anabolic Cookbook. As Greg always says,
it doesn't matter.
And with that saying, as long as you are eating from all forms of macros in a balanced way, you can make your meals and meal plans for weight gain or weight loss enjoyable. With that said, that's what I find this book most useful for. Now, I have read many cookbooks that I found rather boring and others that were not specific enough for bodybuilding. Sure, there's a lot of nutrition books, but these books are not necessarily for bodybuilders. Greg's book supplies you and arms you with around 200 recipes in this cookbook, which is over 200 pages long. It, in my opinion, is very well organized and features several recipes for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and even desserts. Because as Chef Greg says,
your diet doesn't have to be boring. Cooking can be fun, and you don't have to be a gourmet chef to create tasty, nutritious food.
To wake your appetites, here is a snapshot of some of the type of recipes offered in this cookbook. We're talking about variations of French toast, eggs, crepes, pancakes, muffins, and protein bread loaves for breakfast. Appetizers and lunch recipes like tacos, wraps, sandwiches, pizza, lasagna, stir fries, pasta and stews for dinner. Desserts include puddings, cake, ice cream, and protein shake recipes, as well as treats such as protein bars, anabolic popcorn, donuts, and rice cake treats. I mean, this does not sound boring at all, does it? This massive list of delicious recipes definitely doesn't sound boring. It's definitely better than the average chicken and broccoli and rice meal plan that most bodybuilders will follow. It really sounds like you can have a lot of fun with your diet, and that's exactly what I think Greg is trying to achieve with this fantastic book. Of course, being an IFBB pro, Coach Greg breaks down each recipe carefully, listing its respective macro and calorie content to take away the guesswork for you. All you have to do is get into the kitchen and prepare and enjoy these great recipes that Coach Greg has laid out in his cookbook. Now, a lot of you may be wondering why an old school golden era bodybuilding enthusiast like myself may be interested in what may appear like a very modern nutritional approach to eating in this cookbook, such as the one written, of course, by Greg. Well, it's very simple. Being a scientist and having read the book, I can see that Greg has put a lot of time and science in his cookbook. Yet, he still honors many of the nutritional principles laid out many years ago, because if we're absolutely honest, not much has changed. And this book will be perfect for those, for example, that enjoy a whole food natural diet, such as that which was followed by the pre-steroid era bodybuilders such as Steve Reeves and Reg Park and John Grimmick. It also contains recipes that follow the simple and effective model of eating from the golden era, which emphasized a greater consumption of protein in the form of steak and eggs and protein shakes. And of course, these recipes for all these meals are going to be found in this cookbook. And finally, it also honors the current era that has more or less gone full circle in incorporating higher amounts of carbs and a more balanced all-round diet. And with a focus on a more scientific and calculated approach to macros. It's all there. It's a fantastic book. Being a family man myself, I personally love the recipes in that they are both tasty and nutritious and flexible enough for me to serve them to my wife and children. When I am in the kitchen, it is always a struggle to produce tasty food that is both, it's going to get eaten and tasty, right, by my children, but that is also health conscious. Having growing children, it can be difficult to make them eat simple things like vegetables, which are good for them, but try and explain why daddy didn't make dessert. Or serve ice cream. And now I've got no excuses. I can actually serve them some very tasty and delicious desserts, ice creams, treats with their also nutritious meals. So thank you very much, Greg. Thank you very much for creating this masterpiece of a book, and I am sure that it will serve millions in their quest for developing their physiques and nurturing their health, which is what we as a physical culture movement are always striving for, to better ourselves and enrich the lives of those around us. To purchase Greg's book, please visit www.gregdoucette.com. On this website, you're going to find all of the books that he currently sells. He's got a couple of cookbooks and offers personal training and other products to suit your bodybuilding goals. So head to the website now. Anyway, I do hope you have enjoyed this video review of Chef Greg's new Ultimate Anabolic Cookbook 2.0. That's it from me. This is the Golden Era Bookworm saying bye for now. Need a bodybuilding poster for your gym or office? Then check out Iron Man Magazine archive.smugmug.com for the highest quality posters on the planet. Scroll through the galleries of all the legends, including greats such as Arnold, Frank Zane, Sergio Oliva, Serge Nubret, Tom Platz, and Larry Scott, and much, much more, and select your poster now. To support your favorite YouTube channel, please visit teespring.com/stores/Golden Era Bookworm for merchandise, including t-shirts, hoodies, face masks, phone cases, and much, much more. Once again, at teespring.com/stores/Golden Era Bookworm. To take full advantage of my collaborations, use code GEB20 with nspnutrition.com and vincegeronda.com, as well as code bookworm12 at osl.com for a discount at check.